Welcome to the Screen Forecast, your host Alvin Kamau, and happy first day of March, as today does mark the first day of meteorological spring, and you've probably already heard rumors of it turning unsettled, especially getting into early March, so we'll talk about that and ways to stay safe before I end off with temperature trends from the Climate Prediction Center, so make sure you watch this video all the way to the end. Let's get started with this graphic from our Weather Prediction Center, and you probably are focused on us here in parts of the Midwest, specifically us in St. Louis, and this is because of the potential of some heavier rainfall getting into this first full week of March. And this is a good thing because us here in Missouri and Illinois, you know, we've been in a drought and we could use every single drop of rain, and I think this is going to be the one. Already seeing early indications that at least through March 7th we could see anywhere from 3 to 4 inches of rainfall. That's an early estimate. It could be a lot lower than that. It could be even a bit higher than that, just based on these estimates that we're getting from our Weather Prediction Center. Definitely something to watch closely over the next few days. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, we've seen the potential of heavy rain. How about storms? And this graphic comes from our friends at the Northern Illinois University. And getting us in through those early portions of March, we see this trend start over parts of Oklahoma, Texas, but we'll have to keep an eye to see if that trend does move closer to our region here in Missouri and Illinois. Definitely the second week of March is also something that I'm watching, not generally because of heavy rain, but maybe for the potential of a few stronger storms, especially when we get that returning moisture out of the Gulf, because that is a key ingredient that if you don't have it, you're not really going to talk about storms because they're not going to have all that juice that they actually do need. So definitely something to watch, that active pattern getting into at least the first week of March, maybe even the second week as well. And what you want to do to stay safe is getting yourself a NOAA weather radio. Yes, bringing this conversation again, especially since it is March 1st. If you have one, which many of you do, which is great, make sure you replace the batteries on them because alerts come immediately. Our National Weather Service will definitely be keeping an eye on the forecast over the next few days, and this is a great way to get that updated information from them. Other resources is your phone for any wireless alerts, but for those detailed forecasts, definitely get yourself a NOAA weather radio from midlandusa.com so that you can keep your family safe during the 2026 severe weather season. This is how they look like. It has the packaging right here from Midland USA. Definitely a really great company. NOAA weather radios save lives time and time again, and so definitely this will be a great resource, especially when I'm not able to upload, since I can't promise that every single time, especially since anytime it does rain, my Wi-Fi goes out. And so definitely this is one thing that I do want you to use as a resource, including me over on my social media platforms. Now, getting quickly into those temperature trends from the Climate Prediction Center, getting through those early portions of March, we still see those trends of above normal temperatures, which is the reason why I didn't want to start off the video with this again, because it's about the same thing, specifically over the eastern portion of the U.S., where remember back in January, we weren't even talking about above normal temperatures for them. So we're definitely seeing this trend continue, especially for the eastern portion of the U.S. And I say the eastern portion of the U.S. because you notice those above normal temperatures start to push a little bit further out to the east, and we see a bit more near normal temperatures out to the west. Where you'll find some below normal temperatures is out in Alaska and parts of the north. But here, it's all about above normal temperatures, including parts of the east. Those are the mild temperatures that we are going to keep an eye on to fuel any showers and maybe even a few thunderstorms. Definitely don't want to talk about that aspect, just focusing on temperature trends for right now. But again, we've seen that pattern for unsettled weather getting into that first full week of March, and it is something that I'm going to be keeping an eye on very closely. Even into that 3 to 4 week temperature outlook, we're still seeing that trend continue of above normal temperatures, but we'll keep an eye up to the north, because if you have two different air masses clashing together, that could also be something else that does fuel thunderstorms as well. So lots to watch at least through the first week of March, and then time will tell to see if the second part of March needs to be monitored or not. And of course, this makes you question, Alvin, are we actually even going to be able to see the 2026 total lunar eclipse with this unsettled weather that we'll be dealing with over the next few days? Unfortunately, I can't really say that we're going to be able to see it this year because of extra cloud cover, but at least over parts of the East Coast, I think they're going to get a great glimpse at this, especially at dawn. But we can always give it a shot during those pre-dawn hours to see if we're going to be able to see it. definitely we won't have to wait too long. The next total lunar eclipse won't be until 2029, but let's just try. Astronomists out there, maybe we can get a try at this and see it through the clouds, but added rain chances, I just don't know if we're going to be able to see it this year. But let's just hope that someone will be able to see it and get a great photo of it. Definitely Facebook. If you're a Facebook person, there'll probably be a lot of people talking about it on there. But until then, thank you for watching this green screen forecast all the way to the end. You're the best. Definitely download X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, to follow me for the latest weather reports, especially over on my social media platforms, as I closely keep an eye on what looks like an active pattern building over a part of our region, especially over parts of Missouri and Illinois. And I want to make sure you're safe, so make sure you always have a NOAA Weather Radio on you, and I'll be here to make sure you and your family are informed and, again, safe. But until then, I hope you have a great start to your week, St. Louis, and stay dry.